Jed Corbernus here. This is a message I just really need to get out there when you're first beginning anything that seems difficult. You know, this is what I do. I know it's not the most convenient place in the world for you to be watching, because I'm in my car. No worries, I'm not unsafe or anything. But anyway, so need to get this out there to you. Is victim mentality, okay? Because I'm not outside of this either. But what I mean is being a victim in your own mind. When the going gets tough, right? And you're like, oh, I can't do this, or I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb and just be myself here and talk to you real. When you say I'm fat and I'm lazy and I'm tired and I don't have any money and my husband, my wife doesn't like me, whatever it be, my significant other does not like, whatever it is let's get down to the bare bones of what's going on. Who was at the scene of the crime every time you ate something unhealthy? Who was at the scene of the crime when you signed the mortgage? Who was at the scene of the crime when you got married? It all comes down to that, okay? You. I'm not saying I'm outside of this, because this is a victim mentality. I still deal with this daily, okay? When I'm on vacation, or when I'm at a weak moment at night, or whatever during the daytime, somebody brings donuts. Man, I want a donut so bad, but I know that if I eat that, I'm going to be that much further behind to where my vision is for my body, my lifestyle, myself, okay? And you're like, oh no, my parents told me to eat this, or I read a book and it said eat that and this is healthy, and it's really it's up to you. You are at the scene of the crime. Who was at that scene of the crime every time? You were. Okay? If we can get out of that victim mentality, there's a voice in our head, whether you know it or not, or talk to that or not, that just subconsciously gets you to know that voice. And you're gonna either talk to it or not. And I suggest talk to it. The thing is to ask it questions. Ask, who do I need to be to not feel fat, to not be in debt, to not, whatever it is. Who do I need to be? Or here's a really good one, why not me, right? Why not me? That's a huge one, okay? It's talk to yourself, and I get that. Seems a little odd, don't it? It really comes down to telling yourself whatever you have to get to where you want to go. Be a little delusional, not delusional like, the example I heard was President of the United States. Well, what if you're not old enough? Or what if you're too old? What if you weren't even born here? Well, that's not that kind of delusion. What I mean is be delusional to yourself. Whatever you say is what happens. And if you can get out of the victim state and telling yourself that, oh, I can't do this, or I'm fat and I'm happy, or I'm unhappy, it's more or less, you have to change that mindset. You have to start creating those habits. So I challenge you today and the rest of this week to really be mindful of what you're saying, what comes out of your mouth, okay? Stay calm. I got you, okay? This is what I'm here for. I don't just do this because, I go through the same stuff. So I'm just sharing what I've gone through and sharing my success, because I feel like I'm in a maintenance mode, and I would love for you to get there. And daily I do this. So again, my name is Jed Corbernus. Thank you for being here. If you feel like anybody else that you know would like to be here, invite them. Okay, invite them to anything that you see that I do. You have a great rest of your day, and believe in yourself, because you gotta know I do, and that's where it all starts. Bye for now.